Huh? Oh, hello. Just going through my high school yearbook. But as I put this down, I've always wanted to make this video of me reflecting my high school experience. Now, of course, I can't talk about everything about high school because if I did that, then this video will be very long and boring. Instead, I'll be talking about major factors that changed me as a person. But anyways, enough of my rambling, let's get this started.
Hey, what is up everybody, Ronald200in here and welcome back for another video. Today, I'll be talking about my high school experience as a whole. High school was an interesting experience for sure. Of course, while there were good things, bad things were also involved. I hope all of you can understand what I was going through. But before I get into that, I just want to say that I appreciate my friends, teachers, and family for helping me getting through high school. If I didn't have them, the experience would have been way different. Anyways, let's get started. For those of you who are wondering, I was in the IB program. Basically, it's a program that consists of hard and rigorous courses that you go through your 4 years of high school. Now, my freshman and sophomore year went well. Since I was too confident in myself during my sophomore year, I've decided to take my first ever AP course being World History. An AP class is basically the same concept of the IB program, but without the extra stuff. This is when I believe that I started becoming more of a different person in a bad way. See, because of all the hard work I had to do in World History, I started to despise myself as a person. Every time I would feel terrible for not grasping the concept of world history 100%. In the end, I ended up doing below average on my first ever AP exam. I even made a video on it and I can still remember how depressed I was on that day. Anyways, I now want to talk about the friends that I made throughout high school. First off, they are all amazing. But I think marching band is where I've been sometimes a controversial person with some of my friends. What do I mean? Well, back in 2017 during my junior year, I had a serious health concern because of the number of nights of me procrastinating, doing work, and in general, just me burning myself to the point where I would pass out face first onto the ground. I can still remember that an old band director we had at our school wouldn't let me sit down even though I told him that I wasn't feeling too good. After a couple minutes at the end of practice, everything went black and I would then find myself on the floor having a headache. The same thing of me passing out would happen a couple more times until I had to go to the hospital. Now, why would this make me a controversial person? Well, some people in the band would stop talking to me ever since my health concern. These are the same people that I would talk to a lot and always make me smile. I don't know if this is really true, but apparently someone at the time was spreading rumors to make me look bad. Even if it was true, it still breaks my heart that someone tried to make me look bad because I had a health concern. I'll say this though, my 2018 to 2019 band year would have to be the best experience because the fact that the new band director was 100 times better than the old one. Which, by the way, I also forgot to mention that my 2015 to 2017 band director was also amazing. Of course, I do love the trumpet section and every other section because while I wasn't the best or most social player, I still appreciate the amount of kindness they had. In terms of my other friends, they were pretty superior as well. At the end of my junior year, I've decided to leave the IB program because not only was it impacting my health, but I was getting too depressed of me thinking how stupid I was as a person every time I would go in each class. I've decided to take dual enrollment in my senior year, which is basically taking college level courses while you are in high school. I had a better time with it and ended with an A in Composition 1. Of course, that was the only class I took since I wanted to test the waters of the program. Wish I took more classes because I didn't mind the work at all. Now, I know some of you have been waiting for me to talk about this, and well, time to talk about my attempt of getting a girlfriend, or at least talking to one without being nervous. Now, if you all know me, I'm a really timid person. There are two girls that I had feelings for. Just for the sake of this video, let's name the first one Amy and the second one Lucy. Amy was a girl who I actually met in middle school. She was an interesting girl, at least I thought so. So because of being me, I would sit right next to her during lunch every day during my freshman and sophomore year of high school. I would try to start up a long conversation with her, but I just couldn't. I decided to finally make a Snapchat because I wanted to stay in contact with her and my other friends during the summer. I'm not really a person who takes a ton of pictures, but I still enjoyed the application. Fast forward to April 2018, she finally texted me if I had feelings for her. I honestly forgot how she found out, but of course, I wasn't sure on what to say. I told her yes because I wanted to see what she would say. She wrote a long paragraph on how I'm like a big brother to her and she thinks that we shouldn't be together. After that, I was really too embarrassed to even talk to her. Even to this day, I haven't really talked to her. Sorry if I sound like a jerk to just stop talking to somebody just like that. But honestly, I actually learned what happened to Amy. Fast forward a couple months, I noticed that the spot where I used to sit with her was empty. I thought maybe she was on vacation or something, but actually, she got sent to ALC. I've heard from others that she got in trouble for doing drugs in the school bathroom. You know, thank goodness I didn't end up with her. Anyways, let me get on to the next person, being Lucy. Now, if I would compare Lucy to anything, she's beautiful as the many galaxies and sweet as sugar. She always made me smile when I would talk to her. I didn't really see or talk to her as much as I would liked because we didn't have the same classes in my senior year. I did have her in one of my classes in my junior year though. This actually happened last April, but I attempted the first time ever in my life to ask a girl out for anything. Prom was coming around and I had an idea to ask her out because, like I mentioned, she's just very cute and sweet. So, what I've decided to do is draw a rose on a purple piece of paper. I also wrote, "Would you be my rose for prom, Lucy?" Honestly, I thought that I've made a mistake and might have ended up asking her out the wrong way. Not going to lie though, butterflies were in my stomach when I was in my physics class because I was waiting to see how she would react to my message. She came into the class when the bell was about to ring and gave me a hug, which made me really happy. While she wasn't able to go to prom, I was still happy that whole day because I attempted to ask a girl out for the first time and it went well. To make it sound better, she even wrote in my yearbook. It says, "Ronald, thank you so much for that sweet letter and drawing. It really made my day. You're truly one of the sweetest and always put a smile on my face." Not going to lie, my heart just warms up and beats faster whenever I read that message. If Lucy is listening to this, I thank you for making me extremely happy that day. Stay cute, sweet, and superior as always. Oh yeah, prom. That went great, of course. I'm not really a party person or a good dancer, but I still do enjoy being with my friends. Now, I really need to address this because I did mention it in one of my past update videos. There's this person in my school who I've tried being friends with because of the amount of hate he's been getting from others. You know, I want to help the person because that's what I'm known for, helping other people. I won't mention this person's name because I want to be transparent as possible with this dangerous situation. Of course, like I mentioned, I try my best to be this person's friend. But then one day during my 24-hour live stream, this said person decided to threaten one of my admins with a gun. The moment I saw that comment, I was really concerned but scared at the same time. This is the person who goes to my school, everyone. Not a random online person. If it was a random online person, then I'll just think to myself, it's just a random troll. But the fact that it's a person who goes to my school makes it a whole different level. This is the point where I've also started to become a bit more anxious in my school. Now, I did told one of my admins about the situation and luckily it got taken care of. The reason of why this person put that in the chat was confusing. Here is a serious lesson to everyone. Never threaten anybody with a gun or any other way online. It may seem funny to some people, but it can really bite once you get caught. Anyways, high school overall was good. Yeah, there were ups and downs with it, but that's just part of life, honestly. As I mentioned before, I do thank all of my friends, teachers, and family for getting me through high school. I even made gift cards for all of my teachers because I want to show them how much I care for them teaching me. One thing I forgot to mention, YouTube as a whole has been a way that I can improve myself as a person. As many of you may know, my social skills aren't the greatest. I mean, for crying out loud, my lisp is the major problem with my speech. Now, since I'm doing commentary and other stuff with YouTube, I can actually practice with my speech and improve little by little. But I'll also say that I'm getting used to the public as well. The reason I say that is because I really wasn't allowed to go out with my friends during my high school year because of personal reasons. Of course, since I'm going to university, my parents are actually giving me a little bit more freedom. Anyways, because of me doing YouTube, I can talk to my fans, practice my social skills, and in general, have fun. I'm still going to remember majority of those from my school, and hopefully someday I can meet up with them in the future. Anyways, that is it for this reflection video. I'm terribly sorry if my commentary was all over the place. At this point, this is the longest script I ever made for any video on my channel. But I do want to end off by saying a couple of things. If any of you ever need tips or support for high school, then feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Please be careful with the type of people you hang out with because it might come with a negative trade-off. I know this video might have sounded a bit depressing, but I just want to talk about some of these things because they're always on my mind. While I am going to college this fall, I still want to try my best to improve myself as a person and get smarter. I mean, there is a reason why I ended off with a 4.6 GPA. Anyways, that's enough of my rambling. Talk to you all next time and have a good one.